What's up, everyone? This is Sniping Good with Trueborn Gaming, and today I'm going to show you a little bit of sniping, see how we do here. Basically, for some newer snipers that's just joining the game, we're going to go over some basic tactics, bullet drop, how to take cover after shooting, simple things. Just, you'll get used to it after you get a little further in the game. But so you notice when I snipe, every time I shoot, I'll do a drop and kind of go to my left or to my right, and I just try and basically keep it simple. Normally, if you shoot and drop, it's probably the best way of taking cover right after you shoot, so the snipers don't know exactly where you're shooting from, but they do know that they are being shot. Now, I'm not a perfect sniper, no sniper is. I don't always get my shots directly on, but I do try to line up my shots nicely and get everything set before I take the shot. It's very important that you always make sure that you're going to hit your target. And like I said, no one's perfect. No one can get a shot 100% of the time. But it comes with practice. And after a while, you start learning how to really get your bullet drop going and really how to lead your targets. We'll go over some leading a little later. I actually should have hit that guy, but that was my mistake on that. Like I said, no one's perfect, but he was dumb there and he stopped. So, and like I said, guys, I hope you guys like the video, and we'll see what I can't get going here, and I'll explain things as I'm shooting and all that fun stuff. So, let's get going on this. Alright, guys, so the first tip I'm going to give all you guys out there is concealment. This is the best way, obviously, of not getting shot, and the best way of hiding, well, because, concealment, that's kind of what it means. Normally what I do is when I'm running through a board or I'm going through a board, I'll try and look around to find different places that I can get to find the best area of sniping, first of all, and the best cover possible. And what I like to do really is I like to make sure that I'm completely concealed when I'm shooting. It's the best way of not being seen when you are shooting, because a lot of snipers make the mistake of, oh, this looks like a good vantage point, so they'll stand up on like a cliff or stand right in a window, and that's a big mistake. Obviously they don't know how to use their cover. Every smart sniper knows to make sure you're concealed when you're shooting, and make sure that you do sit in an area that's, I don't want to say sit in an area that your enemies will run right into you, but sit in an area where it's a general running path for your enemies, and make sure that you just sit in a basic area that that your enemies are going to kind of walk through or run past your scope, which that's kind of an ambush technique, is letting them run past your scope. And as you see here, I can see kind of clear. Well, most of the enemies are coming from the right, coming down, and you just saw earlier that I just shot that guy that ran in front of me, and they didn't know I was up on this cliff. But what I like to do is I like to sit and I like to wait for my enemies to come to me, and I do that by sitting in bushes, and that's just the funnest way of doing it and finding enemies. And obviously you can see people over there running. I'm not taking every single little shot, but look, there's a sniper, hit his arm, kill shot with an arm shot. But yes, you will see actively people running through here, and he saw me because I was out in the open. But yes, you always want to make sure that you find cover and make sure that you are completely concealed when you're shooting. Obviously, I wasn't completely concealed. Everyone makes mistakes. I'm not the perfect sniper, but like I said, it's a basic tutorial on how to find your best cover. Like this, for instance, right here, this rock. This is not a good spot. There's probably 20 million snipers looking at this area, just because of the fact that I'm wide in the open, and they can see me clear as day. I would not doubt that if I got shot here. So, but just make sure that you try and find the best cover, and try and help your team as much as possible by covering A or B. Obviously, we're not doing that great, and I'm not helping by sniping, but This is just a basic tutorial on how to find the best cover and how to, make sure you're concealed when you're shooting. So, but if there's any questions, you guys can always leave comments, whatever, whatever works for you guys. So, yes, that's the first tip I'm going to give you guys on how to cover yourself when shooting and make sure that you're completely concealed while shooting before you take the shot. And, like I said, no one's perfect at shooting, so just don't take it too crazy if you get shot a lot. No one's a perfect sniper. And the ones that are, obviously, probably have aimbots or some type of helping system to help them out. So, but yes, I will give a tutorial on the mil dot system and the leading here in a little bit. I just wanted to give the basic tutorial on how to conceal yourself, how to use your environment to your advantage, and basically just how to straight up, hide, which is hopefully common sense to you guys. But now, one thing that I noticed while I'm in this little house here is, a lot of snipers like to take points in windows. They like to sit in a window. What they'll do is they'll come right up to the window and they'll actually look out. This is a terrible, terrible way of sniping. If you're new to the game, never ever do this. Don't sit way up front and snipe. You always want to sit back and use the window, like walk across the room if you're going to snipe inside of a house. I won't be able to explain anymore because we won the round. But yes, always make sure that if you're sniping from a window to go inside of the house and snipe away from the window. You don't want to stand right in front of the windows because you can see your head clear as day. So, but I'll go over a little bit of mil dots here in a little bit, and hopefully you guys will learn slowly on how to use your mil dots and how to lead your targets.